ミラノ派が分かれば家族療法が見えてくる。ミラノ派の第一人者、パウロ・ベルダランド先生にお聞きします。カウンセラーの意見って何ですか？カウンセラーは時々自分の意見を言いたくなります。そして余計なことを言ったと後悔することが時々あります。カウンセラーは自分の意見をどうコントロールしたらいいですか？ How can counselor control their opinions? Counselors sometimes feel like to express their opinions, and sometimes they regret saying something unnecessary. How can counselor control their opinions?
This is a very, I think it's a very important question because we know that from a therapeutic point of view, the therapist should not have opinion. So the therapist should come, in the therapy room without any opinion and being respectful of everything. But actually, there are some situations where our core beliefs are elicited by the client, and maybe the client's core belief are terribly distant from ours. For example, it may happen that a client brings forth a very strong political position or a very strong religious position that is completely at the opposite as my own. And so at that point, I am, I feel I should take a stance, and I know I can't. And the big problem is that this difference in opinion usually creates judgment. Now, in everyday life, it's not a problem. In everyday life, you have a judgment and it's accepted, and the other has a different judgment, and maybe we fight, and then we make peace and we go drinking something together. But we cannot do that in the therapy room, because in the therapy room, judgment from the therapist can be disabling for the client. At the same time, if the therapist is restricting his way of talking, the client feels it. So judgment leaks out even if I try to hide it. So it's very complex. I think the first thing for me is first, never talk too much. So if you feel that what you can say may be dangerous, think twice and 3 times and 4 times before saying it. Take your time. And the second is the difficult part is, let's try to put ourselves in the other's shoes. So let's try to see the perspective of the other. What does it mean? What does it mean for the other to have these core beliefs? Where they come from, because they have a sense for this person. And so if I understand the sense that they have for them, I become less judgmental. I don't make a judgment. I enter in a position of understanding. And so if you understand, you don't judge. If you're curious about the other, you don't judge. I think this is very important. And so I can learn more and more about them before having an opinion. And maybe during this process, I also change my opinion, and so it becomes less strong. Because in the end, if you create a mutual understanding, you can express an opinion in a respectful way, but it must be clear that it is an opinion. This seems not very clear, because the therapist is in a position of power. The therapist in the therapy room has the power of knowledge. People come to us because they feel that we know something more about human processes, and that this can help them. So we have some authority. And so, of course, if I give an opinion from a position of authority, I risk superimposing my opinion on the other, which is something we should never do. But if we are able to create a feeling of equality, a feeling of balance, I can make clear that now I'm going to say something that I think, but I'm not certain this may be true, and I'm not certain it may sense to you. So you have to keep that as a proposal, as a stimulus, as something that I give to you, but it's not the truth. So think about it. And usually people, if you frame in this way, can accept your opinion, as one of the many possible way of framing reality, rather than quote unquote reality. And I think this is extremely important. And you must know your client very well before uttering an opinion. So you know whether this client is able to stand your opinion as simply something that is one possibility, or if this client would take your opinion and feel it is the truth. In the latter case, you don't say anything. You don't say anything. You simply try to lower your judgment, and you leave the other to express. So as you can see, the question is complex because you have multiple answers, and everything depends on the kind of relationship that you have established with the client. And so we must be extremely careful and pay a lot of attention to how the client is positioning us. If the client is seeing us as a superior authority, opinion is completely forbidden. If the client sees us as consulting them, so people who give perspective, but they are not superior in any way, opinions are permitted, of course, in an extremely respectful way.
Thank you. Very useful information. Thoughts. Every morning I go out from house. Don't talk. When I come back home, why I said that? So thank you.
It happens, but I want to add something. We always have the possibility of remediate. If we talk too much, we can say maybe I've talked too much, and clients can accept that, and can, well, what did I hurt you in any way with what I said? I'm sorry if I did that, and please accept my apologies. I apologize to clients. It's not a problem because it means I don't feel myself as somebody who was never wrong. I may be wrong. What is the problem? But in the end, we, me and you, the client and myself, will arrive somewhere.
Oh, apologizing. Okay, I didn't think about that. That's a great idea. Great.
Yeah, especially, sometimes you say something, you even don't think it was an opinion because you think it's so simple, a therapeutic hypothesis, and people look really hurt, offended. I say, did I hurt you in some way? Well, I felt you were disrespectful. And I say, I'm really sorry if it was this. I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but if you felt that, I was. And so I apologize.
Wow.
And I think sometimes it's a great experience with both, because I have understood something more about this person, and this person has seen that the therapist may be wrong, and it's not a problem anyway. So we become, fallible people, and that's very good.
Interesting. Maybe beginner of counselor cannot apologize and cannot say I don't know. But
Yes,
maybe with many experience, you can say, I'm sorry. I don't know that.
And you can say, I don't know. It's very important. How can I change my life? And I say, I have an answer to that. I don't know. Okay. Now, I don't know, you don't know. Let's find together a way of getting out of this mess.
Good departure. Thank you. It was very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See llorirlo. Tú tienes la búsqueda, poco a poco lilo, a pasar ya de la